My great-grandfather was an extremely good home gardener. He didn't have a lot. He grew corn, he grew tomatoes, okra and stuff like that, but he spent so much time with his tomatoes. My family's cooking styles from, childhood were pretty like French Southern driven, I would say. I did appreciate, food that came from your house's garden. I always thought it was strange when people didn't do that. Later on, when I was a young teenager, we moved into Virginia. A lot of sandy soil, good tomatoes, good corn, and that's something I've always appreciated.
I think as restaurant owners and sometimes as chefs and or farmers, we're kind of struggling. I mean, it's not an easy industry. And one of the reasons I started my restaurant was because here we have all these great things. Why aren't we using them? Why don't we have more local fare available for people? And I thought, this is fantastic, automatically goes together. Cooking, chefing, restaurant owning, and the beautiful farmland. It's a natural made, partnership.
The chemistry that you have with your farmer is going to very much dictate how your product comes off on the plate. Now, you and the farmer's relationship is really the liaison between what gets picked and what gets served. And when you enjoy talking with somebody, if you are learning from each other, if you have a very natural dialogue, then I feel like the product turns out that much better.
I was looking in my restaurant for a consistent supplier of beef that I could work with. And so I approached Audley and I actually wrote them a little letter and I said, I think that we could be a good fit. It's important to me. It's important that you sustain, that you be around, and it's important for me to get a good product that I can put out there to my people, and it's consistent and the supply is there. What do you think? Can we make a go of it?
We feel very fortunate and very happy to provide a beef product, a local beef product of high quality to our local community and to chefs to be able to share that with our friends and neighbors.
It is important for me to know where it's coming from, how it's raised. Are the animals in the pasture as they were intended to be? Are they grazing? Are they eating grass? Are they eating insects if they're chickens? It's important and it does make a difference. It's a way to show, express your love, express that you genuinely care about them, to get in there and to give them quality ingredients that are unadulterated, that can really help them heal their bodies.
It's really about the farmers that have their finger on the pulse of what's growing in their fields. And you only get that by walking the rows every day, knowing, doing research. It's easy to support the smaller operations. And the larger operations, the farther the farmer is away from what's actually growing, something's lost there.
National restaurant chains are going under because it's not a sustainable business model anymore. Customers they're not looking for that. They're looking for food that they know if they buy this food, they are supporting something in their own backyard. And that is a sustainable model.
Knowing where your food comes from really builds the relationship between the consumer, the chef, the producer, and everybody in between. You know what's going on your plate, you know where it came from, and you know that it's going to be good for you.
Once you know your farmer, you can say, I like it to be this size, or I like it like this, or they start to know what you want, and they'll know what you like, and you can work together on that. I lose interest very quickly. Like I'll get sick of a dish. Them coming to me and saying, oh, I have this great kohlrabi, or I have this or that, is like instantly, oh, cool, what can I do with that? Now I can build a new dish that's gonna keep me interested and keep me going.
The dish that we're serving tonight is a wonderful Korean spiced London broil that we're going to serve over a really nice bed of greens dressed with a cucumber yuzu vinaigrette.
I like to put a lot of components that are produced and ready at the same time together. Tomatoes, melons, cucumbers, they all kind of have a common line in there, some above and some below, that when you eat them together it makes sense as one flavor. And then when you're putting it together, it just comes off like one really awesome representative of the season.